What's going on, you guys? If you're new here, my name is Morgan and welcome back to another video. So unfortunately, as you guys know, my mother-in-law passed away. Right now it's been almost a week since she passed away, and there's another video I'm going to do about this, but I've been into talking about toxic family, and I feel like this is the best time to talk about toxic family because no matter what happens in terms of funerals always seem to bring out the bat crazy family members. So unfortunately, this is like the biggest time where people you think come together and everybody would get along, and everybody just shuts up and goes through everything together. But unfortunately, that is not the case, especially not with my husband's family. So I don't know what it's going to be like for my family when we have a funeral. We did have a funeral not too long ago, but it was a cremation. Nobody was invited. The only person that went was my mom and my grandmother. And this was a couple years ago. This was back probably in 2021, maybe early 2022 when my grandfather passed away. It's been a very, very long time. And the only ones that were there were my grandmother and my mom. We were not invited, nothing. So there was that. But now we are doing a funeral for my husband's mom. So she was 70 years old. She was the second youngest sister. The youngest sister passed away last year from cancer. And then the youngest brother had passed away, I think, in 2002. Which leaves my husband's oldest uncle and the middle brother, who are both still alive. The oldest brother just had open heart surgery for the second time in a week and will not be attending the funeral, which is unfortunate because he was one of the people that, you don't cross. So unfortunately, it'll be myself, my husband's sister, their families, and my husband's youngest sister, the aunt of the husband that's in the hospital, the wife of the uncle that's in the hospital, the uncle, and his family. So for the most part, that's going to be everybody. But unfortunately, when it comes to funerals, it brings out the crazy in everybody. So we were taking care of my mother-in-law since 2020, well, mainly 2020. And we took care of her. And when she went into the into the care facility, we took care of her even more. We lived with them for a while, taking care of her. But unfortunately, my husband's youngest sister is absolutely nuts and psychotic. And we ended up having to leave because she ended up choosing them. How they treated us was pretty poorly, and she was his youngest sister. And the kids, which unfortunately the kids were actually adults at this time, so it was a whole mess. And nobody was taking care of her. She ended up before she got real bad, they put her in a diaper and would just leave her there. She fell, they didn't care, they wouldn't feed her, they wouldn't do anything. So this was the majority reason why she ended up going into a care facility. And the only ones who actually went to see her were my husband and I. So that was the situation, and she ended up passing in her sleep. And we got the call about 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And luckily, most of the family will be attending, aside from the uncle that's in the hospital. But unfortunately, the funeral brings out these crazy individuals. So my husband's cousin, that was the daughter of the aunt that had already passed, has unfortunately come out of the woodwork. She is an absolutely just awful person, and the history goes really, really far back, but it's not something I can talk about, especially not on YouTube. So she has come out of the woodwork, and so has her brother, who is most likely going to jail for DV, which is domestic violence. So that's the whole thing, and they're back together, and that's the whole thing, and now they're most likely coming to the funeral under the guise that no drama, which it's going to be the brother or the cousin, the male, and not his wife, which I'm hoping because we don't need drama right now. But then we have the youngest sister, who is married to somebody that you can find his crime online, and he shouldn't be around certain age groups, and she's wanting to bring him. So that's a whole problem, and then everybody's worried about all the stuff she has and all the money. Well, unfortunately, she didn't have any money. The care facility was expensive. We paid a lot of stuff out of our own pocket. We had to pay even more after the life insurance covered the funeral. We had to pay more because the life insurance didn't cover the entire funeral, which was over $17,000. So there was that. And everybody's worried about all the stuff. She had weapons, which were Chris's dad's weapons, and everybody wants those, among the jewelry and money. She didn't have any money. We spent the money on the funeral and had to pay out of our own pocket as well as her care. And everybody's it's just worried about the money. Not to mention, nobody's asked about how my husband's doing. But the drama keeps going when it comes to funerals. Everybody was worried about what she had left and not about who's hurting and who's not about anything. I've been taking care of the obituary. I've been taking care of everything. Nobody's offered to help. Nobody's offered to do anything. Everybody's worried about the money and everything that's left. Luckily, my husband's uncle, who is in the hospital, has everything, the jewelry, one of the weapons, and we have 2 of them, and then the coin collection, which was my husband's dad's, which we will be taking and getting, because it was something that my husband knows I will keep up with, because it's something that I do keep up with. But I mean, I collect Funko Pops. I have a very large collection of Funko Pops, so I take everything I do very, very seriously. But unfortunately, it brings the crazy out and the drama out. So that's the drama. It's Chris's family. It's not the uncle and the aunt or any of the siblings. It is the cousins and the siblings that you haven't heard from in years. We haven't heard from this particular cousin, the one that tried, the female, the woman. We haven't heard from her in over 5 years. And she never had anything to do with Chris's mom. Never called, never visited, nothing. She did some pretty heinous stuff, and Chris's mom wanted nothing to do with her. But now she's popping up out of the woodwork. Oh, how's she doing? I'm so sorry for your loss. You know, she never cared here nor there. So there's that. And then the male cousin that's actually coming to the funeral, if he's not in jail, actually called CPS on Chris's mom for, oh my gosh, it was a whole thing, and it was all proven the case was closed and shut because it was all BS. But, like, the funerals bring these crazy individuals out and this crazy family stuff out. And I will actually be talking to the funeral director to make sure that nobody causes any drama, because this is supposed to be a time for Chris, who is actually really, really struggling out of everybody. Chris's uncle does not know that she passed because he had open heart surgery, and that's not something you tell somebody with that just it's going into surgery. But unfortunately, we are dealing with this drama thing really, really bad right now. And I've been kind of keeping to myself for the most part. My birthday was on Sunday, probably the worst birthday I've ever had in my entire life. But the drama comes out real bad during funerals and during times of mourning and times of grief. So unfortunately, that's the situation we're dealing with right now. I'll probably do a video about life insurance, which I'll probably do that next, because I need to catch up a little bit on videos because I'm falling behind. But that's the situation so far with everything going on. I'm flabbergasted by the whole situation in general. I just don't even know. But anyways, family drama comes out during funerals. I can't believe it myself. But here we are. So, wish me luck. The funeral was on Tuesday. We just got the call from the funeral home and we planned it. So the viewing's on Monday, funeral's on Tuesday. So here we go. Wish me luck. And I appreciate everybody's support during this time. It's been a lot lately. I'm exhausted, between the puppies and everything else. But anyways, that's all I had to talk about. Just the funeral brings these crazy individuals out, and it's like, just let everybody mourn and grieve. Stop being so crazy and so psycho. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So thank you guys for joining me during this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like button, because the drama doesn't end there. It never does. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as usual, you guys, I'll see you guys next time in the next video. See you guys later.